San Suu Kyi?
I think that where I do come in is in relation to having what I would call a normative driven foreign policy. That was really the mark of what I was. I was 34 years altogether in 25 years in the Parliament, in the Dáil, and 9 years in the Senate. And there was always an argument. It was an argument that was both philosophical and practical. And it was between those who believed in what I would say was a theory of interest to drive foreign policy, or what they used to sometimes say that I believed was a normative theory. Aung San Suu Kyi is driven by normative principles. For example, briefly in our brief conversation here, we touched on this where I adverted to the huge range of divisions that there are, both in terms of language and religious belief and ethnic loyalties and so forth. And you know, you have to try and find a way of transcending these, of inviting people of such deep difference, and it is recognizable difference that you must recognize. You can't squash it in any authoritarian way, but you must invite people to a transcending vision. That's where the normative vision comes in. And I think also as well I would be well aware of the ASEAN, where she now has to deal, remember, because there were times when the great powers in the ASEAN alliance, including China, would have a position that was not helpful to Aung San Suu Kyi's position. I think that that was one of the times I had a difference with the Irish government policy, because they were inclined sometimes to take at face value some guarantees that might have been made by the authorities, whereas I was in favour of holding the line until she had actually been released. But she's now participating in Parliament. She has taken on a very complex challenge, both in the Parliament itself and in relation to the Constitution, which ideally should be changed, and then also in relationship to the neighbours, in relation, as she will find, to the ASEAN. But we also wish her well, and she will be carrying all our very best wishes.
And lastly,